Alright, so we are back down in the basement with the mini door, and I've got a little bit of a different setup going on today. As you can see, we have a silver door arm that's set back towards the header. I'll get to why that is in a little bit. Then we have an old style trolley with the old style release handle. What did I put up? Well, I put this up. This is the Sears 1/3 horsepower model 139.663953 from 1982. So I was kind of bored today, figured, well, I'll throw up an opener. Did this one, and I was thinking this is going to be a nice, easy one. Turns out it wasn't exactly. The main reason, well, I guess we'll kind of go just from where I started. So what I did first, I pulled this gear out and I lubed it. There was basically no grease on there. Well, when I got this thing originally, there was 0 grease on the gears. I put a little bit on when I first got it, but I just threw that up on the small door and then it sat around for a year. It's probably been about a year since I pulled this one out. So I put a bunch of grease on the gear. Then I went to put the chain on this. This is the chain that I always use for Chamberlain chain drives. This chain is way too long, probably because of the extra bracket there. And, well, when I got to setting limits and whatnot, I kind of tangled up the chain on purpose so that it would be short enough. That's probably not good for the chain, but whatever. But originally I had a loop here and a loop back here somewhere. When I was setting limits, well, actually no, my original design was, instead of looping the chain, I bunched it together and then I stuck a tiny little bolt into here with a nut. And that didn't really last. When I was setting limits and the trolley slammed into the stop bolt, it bent the little bolt and stripped some of the threads off of it. So like, yeah, I gotta come up with something that'll work a little better. I don't know if this is necessarily better, but it works better. It's probably not as good for the chain, but I don't really care. It'll probably be fine. But originally I had 2 here, 1 here, and then 1 back here farther. And the one back here was getting basically right up to here when I was setting limits. So I said, you know what, I'm going to change that loop to be on the back of the trolley so that it doesn't go around there and throw the chain off the sprocket. So I loosened up the chain and I untangled the front one, and the back one that was still on there that I was worried about went over the sprocket and threw the chain off the sprocket. So yeah, that was fun. But basically, this works for now. Maybe someday I'll cut down another chain, but for now this works. The reason this arm is set this way is because I wanted to use a silver arm that would have come with it, and I have another silver arm here, but you can kind of see, yeah, that's bent, so I can't really use it. The curved arm is original, the straight arm is not. The straight arm is part of the wedge piece. There's the wedge right there. So this is the only way I was able to get it to work, is to flip the arm and then set the trolley all the way back, which this is actually the same way the trolley was set on the Sears that used to be installed in my small door, so I don't know. Don't really mind it. This is a machine that I have the very rare light lens for, although this light lens is held together with tape. At least I do have it. The right light socket in this one unfortunately doesn't work. Don't know why. So I have a bulb on that side, but I don't have a bulb on that side. These are the force adjustments. This one has an RPM sensor in it. Both forces are set pretty much to a minimum. Just turn them both up ever so slightly. Close on the way down, I can get it to reverse with my hand. The way up, I can't get it to stop, but I don't know, should be fine. On the back, this one has the option to hook up sensors and an open door indicator. I don't have an open door indicator. I do have sensors that'll work on this. I just need to extend the wires on them, and then I can try those out. And just on the bottom, there is one little mark on the case, and that's it. This case is beautiful shape, and there's your limit adjustments. So, yeah, and I have over here this receiver, which is paired to this remote, both accessories that it would have come with. So without further ado, let's go ahead and run this, assuming the remote wants to work, and see how it runs. So it actually does tap the stop bolt. This is pretty much the shortest I can make the arm without the door, without having to leave the door off the ground a couple inches. So, and this machine does coast quite a bit, so that's actually why it runs into the bolt. But it does work, and it's super quiet. And I do really like the way that these machines look. I think they did a good job with the design on it. So we'll run this down, and that's going to be it. It makes a little more noise on the way down, just bearings or whatever in there, but I mean, this machine works really well. If I didn't already mention, it's from 1982. This receiver set is from 1981. So yeah, nice machine. I do plan on leaving this one up for actually a little while because well, I really like it up here, and I didn't want to leave that stupid B970 up, so yeah, there you go. That is the 663953. First you've seen of this opener for a little while, so thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later.